What's up, guys? JD here. Hope you're doing well today. We're going to be talking a little bit about some changes in the inventory, specifically regarding my Echelon FC. Let's get it. All right, guys, if you haven't been tuning into the channel for a little while, you may have missed I picked up an Echelon FC. Man, words are hard today. So full frame, compact slide, perfect carry size in my opinion. Now, keep in mind I carry my Shield X more than this, but that's more or less because most of my clothes fit properly and I can carry the Shield X in those clothes without having to size up. I do have to size up for the FC here just because of the fact that it is a little bit thicker than the Shield X, but I really love the full grip that the X and the FC give to me. And then you're talking 15 versus, I think this is 17 rounds. Yeah, 17 rounds. Just for YouTube's intent and purposes, this is an unloaded review piece here, and we're going to talk a little bit about some of the changes. So came with the Viridian optic on there. I wasn't a big fan of the Viridian optic just because of the picture window, and also didn't click, and it didn't have any dial knobs on it. So you couldn't really tell what you were doing for the adjustments. Now, I did try to go with the Vortex Defender just because it at least gave you the indicators of where you were making the adjustments to, which you can estimate that on the Viridian, and it came with it. You know, I think it was only $100 more for the optic to be on there, and it worked fine. But what ultimately ended up I found for me personally is I didn't love the picture window combined with the dot sight. So this one here, it is aimed over the shoulder and again unloaded. But this one here has the bigger picture window. It's very comparable to the RMR as far as the footprint and the glass. And then the dot is 3 MOA, whereas I believe it was 6 MOA on the other two. This might be 2.5 MOA. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, it is the Cyelee Wolf X Pro. It has again a very nice picture window on it, nice glass color on it, external. That was the other thing I didn't like about the Viridian. You had to remove that optic to get to the battery, whereas the Defender and the Cyelee did not. But honestly, it doesn't increase the footprint that much. So I really didn't mind it at all. Now, I will say, I think I misjudged a little bit on the torque specs when we went out to fire with this one. It certainly was. I was able to get it zeroed in very quickly, first and foremost, which I appreciate. And then once I was able to get it zeroed in, it was, it was able to hold its position. But what ended up happening as part of the way through shooting, I did find that my screws came out, and that may be partially on me because I installed it and went and shot it the same day, and I know I should wait. So I'm definitely going to let the thread locker cure at this point. I'm not going to shoot it anymore, but we'll wait and see if that happens. Very nice combo in my opinion. Even if you went with a Holosun 407, 507, or an RMR, or this Cyelee, or if you go with, whatever your favorite brand is, whatever optic you can afford that has a good reputation, I strongly encourage you to figure that out and determine that on your own. What I can vouch for you so far, I've had this Cyelee on my CZ P10C ported RIP. That one has been traded in for something else that we're going to talk about at a later date and time. But I've enjoyed this one a lot. I can pick it up very easily. The controls are very intuitive. It's very easy to get zeroed. And man, this Echelon is really good. Like, I love this combo. For me personally, great window. It's a compromise from having a larger window and a smaller window. It's like right in that middle sweet spot for concealed carry that I can still take to the range and really enjoy firing with this one. Great trigger. The recoil impulse is pretty predictable. You know, again, once I re-zeroed it and shot with it some more for some shorts, but you know, it was really easy to practice with this one. I'm looking forward to continuing to practice with this one, so I really do like it. It is a few bucks less than the Hollow Sun. I would say that the Hollow Sun with the click feedback and the dial has the advantage there, but you are saving a little bit more money with this one. I would say the picture windows are similar, if not identical, as far as the 407 and 507. So if you want to save a few bucks, I can vouch for the Cyelee being reliable thus far. So we're talking about 6 months with this optic, and probably shooting every week to every other week with it on the CZ and now on the FC, and I'll continue to keep you updated. As far as the FC is concerned, this is a fantastic firearm. This is, if you're looking for something to conceal, you don't want a Shield X, a Shield Plus, you don't want a P365 variant, I would strongly encourage you to check this out. The trigger is fantastic, recoil impulse fantastic. I'd recommend this over a Glock. I would even at this point recommend it over the CZ-P10C. It's just that good to me. Like, I'm really happy with this purchase. I think the only thing I may do, and I really don't hate the iron sights on here. I think they work just fine, but I could see getting some night sights for this just because these are not night sights. But anyway, I just wanted to give an update on the Echelon 4.0 FC, or FC 4.0. It's fantastic. The Cyelee Wolf X optic, I'll continue to keep you guys updated. Let me know if you have any questions about it. I really like both of these. This combo is great. I can't recommend it enough. I have done nothing to this firearm. It has been bone stock and will continue to be bone stock just because I enjoy it that much. You know, the ergos, grip texture, undercut, grip, Picatinny rail, nice sights on here. It does co-witness, and that is because it uses those pins and it mounts directly to the frame. That's why it does co-witness. Let me know if you guys have any questions about this one. Thanks for hanging out today. If you enjoyed the content, you know, a like would be appreciated. Definitely consider subscribing and leave your questions down below. If I have any answers for them, I will definitely get to them. That's it for me today, guys. I'm out of here. I'll catch you on the next one. Goodbye.